Get some of these, mate. Jakeman's. Bang on. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Real United Talk. Manchester United have been beaten in the Champions League by 2-1 by Istanbul. I can't even pronounce their second name, so I'm not even going to bother attempting it. Dia and Diedrich, welcome to the show, lad. Let's start with you, Dia. What did you make of the first half?
Yeah, it was totally devastating when I saw the first half play. And there was they were trying hard, but it doesn't work. It seems like there's no. I don't know if it's about Ole, if it's about tactics, it's about the players letting themselves not even playing for themselves. I can't really understand. We were poor in execution, the striking force, everything was. I think it was poor. Marshall, Bruno, everyone tried, but didn't work, and it's disappointing. When you saw Raphael doing what he does when he was a true red, his everything, but today was disappointing. Today was frustrating, and I don't know if we got any chance now in the Champions League because PSG are coming for us. Even Leipzig, we put all our energy into these two games, but now if I just hope that PSG lose point there or both lose point, yeah. But it's totally devastating, mate. It's my dad's birthday today, yeah, 60th birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dad, mate. Yeah.
Thanks, mate. But
happy birthday, Daddy dear.
Thanks, Daddy. Big D. Anyway, here this is my point, Marcus.
Diedrich, what did you make that first half? We'll talk about the goals in a minute, but what did you make the first half overall?
Pretty much the same as the second. Slow, lethargic. Started off okay-ish. Obviously till that first goal happened, but it was like it was good. It was good play. We had good play up until the first goal, but it was good play in the wrong areas. It was good until it got to the final third, and then as always, it just broke down. It just didn't stick. You always had Mata, Lingard, Mata, Fernandez, Donny van de Beek doing these like nice, cute little passes, but it was all 30, 40 yards from goal. And I could hear like Keon saying, "Oh, United playing really well, playing really well." It's all right having all this possession, but if you're not creating clear-cut chances while you've got all this possession, it's possession for the sake of it, and I never agree with that. This is why, like, even Barcelona to an extent, back when they used to be a mint team, there wasn't a nice team for me to watch. Yes, it was probably a good football, but I'll never agree with keep hold of the ball for the sake of it. No, use the ball, fucking attack with it, and that's arguably what frustrated me tonight. It was so frustrating every single time. It was like good play, final third, shit. I mean, Rashford and Martial today had awful games, but in two different ways. You had Mark Rashford, who didn't really get a sniff. He did fuck all. And basically, when he went off, I'm like, oh, Rashford's going off. For me, he wasn't even playing. And then you had the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's Martial, who's getting on the ball, but was doing absolutely dog shit. His touch was way off. His passing was absolutely crap. And every single time he tried dribbling, he was trying to dribble into three players. It was just everything about that performance tonight was just bad.
Yeah, I totally agree with both of you. I agreed with Martin Keown to an extent. When he said United were playing well, I thought the passing, minus one or two individuals, I thought the passing was much quicker than what it was against Arsenal. But it was also a little bit more technical, trying to play it around outside the box, the triangle passes, the 1-2 passes. It didn't work because they had so many at the back. We know what Skirt was like from being at Liverpool. We know what Raphael was like from being at United. So for me, that was a bit of a wasted process of tactics for that. I couldn't understand that at all. Welcome to everyone who's in the chat. For anyone who's joining late, it's Dia's dad's 60th birthday. So a lot of birthday wishes there for Dia's dad. Welcome
Thanks,
to
everyone.
United Alex, Red Devil, Alfred Rayner, King Eric, Kylie's in here, Art's in here, Max is in here. The first goal. I'll give you my take on. Hi, Chris, you're right. I'll give you my take on Denver Bar's goal. Now, this is where I think the captaincy role plays such an important and why you need a vocalist as a captain. You've got a corner. This comes from a United corner, right? Harry Maguire goes up for it. Twanzebe is about 20 yards outside of their area, and Matic is the last man, right? Now, I know Denver Bar is 35 years old, right? But that doesn't mean that the guy can't run. Okay. Why are we leaving? Why is Harry Maguire communicating with Matic saying, you stay here as the last man? I don't understand that at all. Especially when Twanzebe, who's the quickest out of the two centre backs, is pushed further up. Why the fucking hell is he saying to Matic, you're the last man, Denver Bar's your man, and look what happens. Matic is totally outpaced. Totally, he just wasn't reading the game. He just was not reading the game. I don't understand. Wan-Bissaka doesn't go into the box. He's always hanging around on that right-hand side, outside of the area. Even he is quicker than Matic. He could have been the last man. Twanzebe could have been the last man. Fucking hell. Even Luke Shaw could have been the last man. Why on earth are they leaving the slowest CDM player we have as the last man? Dia, any idea?
Yeah, absolutely spot on about this, Marcus. But there's no vocality in this team. Harry Maguire giving this advice for Matic to defend them. It is definitely the wrong decision because you did a quick. Because that team is very good. If you see their aggressivity, everything they are after every ball, everything. So when I see Harry Maguire telling to Matic, this is not appropriate because Matic is slow. So we need someone more quick like Twanzebe, like at least, like you said, Luke Shaw, even Luke Shaw. But this is really spot on about the captaincy. Yeah, you're right, Marcus, because it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not. It's not enough. I remember saying on one of the very first shows we did, I don't like Maguire as captain. He's not vocal enough for me.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a couple of videos on Twitter when there was a penalty given against United. I think it was when Martial was sent off. Actually,
when he said Rashford was showing how
Rashford,
yeah, and he went, "Oh, I've already checked it."
Yeah.
Oh, all right then, fucking don't challenge it.
Yeah, don't question the decision or anything. You know, just take it on the chin, and that's that. And I can understand it because you can't argue with technology and stuff like that. But at least,
do you think Roy Keane, Pallister, and all these would have been like, "All right, fair enough."
Exactly. Yeah. At least put pressure on the referee, not in an angry way or a vicious way, but at least question the decision as captain.
Exactly,
just to see if he would change his mind or anything like that. Diedrich, what did you think in the first goal?
Farcical. I mean, I've never seen defending like that ever, and I'm talking at every level that I played at. Sunday league, school, primary school. I've never seen that. That's fucking FIFA. That's FIFA. Fucking 90th minute. Fucking all out attack. Get caught on the counter. I was just watching it thinking, what the fuck? How? And as soon as it booted up, I'm like, Denver Bar's in here. How's he in? And it was just like, you then think, well, who's at fault here? Is it Maguire? Is it fucking Twanzebe? Have one of them not stood back and done as they were told? Is it the left back or the right back? I honestly have no idea. Henderson probably could have done much fucking better. it just came out of nowhere, and I'm getting to the point again now. Do you remember when we played Bournemouth? We went 1-0 down, and I remember, I don't think I was on here yet, but I remember I'm saying to my missus, I'm not worried, because at that time, after Project Restart, it was almost like we were scoring goals at will. I thought, you know what, well, we'll just take it up chin, and we'll get a goal in a minute or two. As soon as we go 1-0 down at the minute, I have no. It's gone back to the way it was before. I have no trust in our players. I have no faith. And as soon as we went 2-0, I was like, right, that's it. It's done.
Yeah. Second goal. Now, I think that it's a bit of a calamity of errors for the second one.
There's multiple people that fault for that.
Yeah, Asir Lean, welcome, mate. I've said it right. He said Rashford spends 80k on PR every month, and he just have DM article just right now talking about his feeding food on sports section just after the game. Well, if that's the case, I mean, his management team, his PR team, need to sort out the priorities and stuff. I mean, first and foremost, the footballer. So
that's a risky one, that, Marcus.
I know that, mate. But I know he's feeding the kids stuff, and he's done fantastic work for it. But first and foremost, he's a footballer, not a politician, mate. Right? And I'm not saying it's distracted him or anything like that. I'm just saying maybe his head is not where it should be, possibly.
You see, I can't believe that, because we wasn't saying this when he scored against PSG. We wasn't saying this when he scored hat-trick last week.
I know, but I'm only saying the excuses that you'll see on Twitter.
But the excuses will be a joke, because these same people. This is why I'm not fully out yet. I'm fair enough. I'm fucking frustrated in him. I really am, and I don't think if he carries on like this, I don't think he will survive the season. But you can't, when Rashford has a bad game, you can't go, oh, it's because he's distracted. But then when he scores a hat-trick, go like, oh, fucking get in. Say he's not distracted. It's just one of those things. You can't use it to beat on someone.
Well, this is the thing. This is what you'll see on social media, like, right? You will see every underlying dirty trick, dirty tweet to put a player down, right? The goodness of what he's done for the kids will be thrown out the window to some people, because some people are, obviously fans. Some fans live and die and breathe Manchester United, and they will say that as a number 10, and for all the publicity he gets, he shouldn't be putting in performances like that. I mean, we've seen it with Pogba. I've been guilty of it myself with Pogba. I expect so much for him because he's got such a big reputation. But I think he's awful. I honestly do. I think he's awful. I think he's all hope. Never wanted him at the club. I don't see where he fits in now, considering Ollie wanted to build a team around him. He's a bench player at the minute. And that is what he is. Our most expensive player in that team is a bench player. I don't care what Ollie says. He needs fitness. He's got over COVID or anything. He got over COVID ages ago. Right? Van der Beek is hardly paid, and he's still fitter.
For me, I think it gets to the point now where even for Ollie's sake, I mean, if I were the manager, I'd be literally pulling my hair out. I'd be saying to him after the game, I can't rely on any of you. Tell me who, Bruno, I can normally rely on you. I couldn't rely on you tonight. You fucked up for the second goal. Fucking Pogba, I obviously can't rely on you. McTominay he's probably the only player who can fucking decently rely on. He tries his best, but he's just not at the levels required. Matic, you literally getting to the point now where even Rashford and Martial tonight let him down. Who in that team can step up in times like this? There's been too many incidents. I can't get my words mixed up now. There's been too many incidents like this. It happened under fucking Moyes. I think when we got beat off Olympiacos, and I think we got beat off Shakhtar Donetsk in that group. Yeah, we got beat off them. Then it happened under fucking Van Gaal, and it happened under Mourinho. And there comes a point now where this team is just one of the most frustrating teams that I've ever watched as a United fan. Because When we were shit, you knew we were fucking shit. And when we were good, you knew we were good. This team, I have no idea fucking idea. Like I said last week, we beat Leipzig 5-0. Mint result. The week before that, we beat PSG. But in between all this, we're getting beat off Arsenal. We're drawing at home against Chelsea. We're getting beat fucking 6-1 against Tottenham. Not this team. I honestly have no idea what's going to turn up. I'm thinking to myself, like, not to think it, but I called it. Like I said in the pre-show, I called this last week when we beat Leipzig. I said, fair enough, but if we fucking don't get at least 6 points out of fucking these next 2 games against the shit team, then the past few results are meaningless. And they kind of are at this stage now. What's the word I'm looking for? How united is this? Beat PSG away 2-1. Beat Leipzig 5-0. Get beat off fucking Istanbul. And there's never been a more current United thing to do at this moment in time. It seems to me we can only beat teams that go for us. If you sit back, all you've got to do against United is sit back and wait for one of our defenders to fuck up. Fosu Mensah played. He played for fucking 10 minutes.
Dear, what do you think of this? Right, Asia Lim. I don't know whether it's true or not. I've not checked it or anything. But headline on the Daily Mail sports section just now: Rashford's been honoured with a mural painting. Right, I mean, if that's true, what do you think? I think it's ridiculous. I really do. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, mate.
Can I just add one more thing for you, mate? Sorry to interrupt, Marcus, but the best fucking fullback on that pitch tonight was Raphael, and we fucking sold him in 2015.
Exactly.
I was so happy to see that guy again. I didn't think I would.
I didn't even know he played for these. I thought he was still fucking Leon.
Akil says, I don't think it's because Rashford's head is not there. He has always been inconsistent. Yeah, I suppose when you look at the stats and stuff. He also says, we don't know how to break teams down. We would struggle to win a game if we don't score the first goal. Teams will sit deep as they know we are clueless if they give us the ball. Carly says, most of the personnel we have were not here under Van Gaal or Moyes, and quite a lot not under Mourinho.
No, but I wasn't implying that it's the same staff. I'm saying it's the exact same problems. It's the exact same thing. We're just stagnating. It's constant over and over and over again. It's just shit.
Chris says he feels broken. He has no hope or belief anymore. We only win games if the other teams attack and give us opportunity to counter. And that ties into what Akil's saying here, because he said people need to understand it's not a paradox. We won the game against PSG and Leipzig and can't beat mediocre teams because we simply are clueless when we can't counter-attack. I think that's spot on. I really do.
100%, 100%.
And that ties in with what Chris has said there. Because I think, first and foremost, the way these players, I think it put evident in the first half, the way these players are drilled, they're relying on the pace to counter-attack. And we've seen how devastating that counter-attack can be against teams so far this season. But it ain't going to work every game.
But the thing is, you think against a team that is pretty much, let's not lie, fucking backs to the fucking wall, you'd think, I mean, I don't even saying what I'm about to say, but you think the likes of Donny van de Beek, the likes of Juan Mata, the likes of fucking Fernandez, the likes of Pogba, you think one of them you think with them players, you have enough to break down a fucking back line.
Yeah. Yeah. King Eric says it's the coaching. Carly says Ollie being a one-trick pony was something I brought up a few months ago in the debate. Carly, you also said we'd win the Champions League this season, so let's not forget that. We get this goal then. We halve the deficit. Martial gets the goal. A header, a glancing header, bottom corner. I suppose a little bit of hope was restored. But at half-time, the change at half-time, that hope for me went out the window. It really did. I did not see the point of putting Mikic at centre back, taking Transibios, because the ball came out of the centre backs so much more slower. And I know Transibios was on a yellow card, but all it took at half time would be an arm around the shoulder from Ollie to him to just say, look, calm down, no need to go in like that, no need to pull back defenders, just play your game, play your natural game. They're not going to get much chance to, have a go at us in the second half because we're going to throw the kitchen sink at it. That's all it would have took. I thought it was a waste of a change. I thought it was a stupid change in personnel to put Matic at the centre back. Dia, what did you think of the Martial goal?
Yeah, Marshall goal was typical, like a cross from nothing. Like he had the opportunity, he scored it, but apart from that, no real intention to score. We were never clinical in the third because we tried, like you said, pass was quick, everything, but when it comes to the third, it was absolutely crap. Absolutely, I am devastated about that, and it's disappointing to see this, Marcus, with United team. What is happening years and years now under Moyes, under Ole, it will happen again. I think we are lack of creativity. We don't have any desire to go on. Like we are exposed. We are exposed, mate. I think every club knows how we play. Every club, like, they sit back and they counter attack, like you saw today with this side, brilliant side of Istanbul. And you see Skeletal when you see the lack of player. We lack. We don't have this aggressivity anymore. It's no more Man United now. It's difficult. It's, oh my god. I'm very sad for this club. Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Diedrich, Martial goal. Did it bring you hope?
Like I said, I didn't even know we scored. Oh fucking hell! Sorry, my WhatsApp's going off. Yeah, I didn't even know we scored until like when I came back in. I just was watching the halftime. I was like, "What fuck 2-1? When did we score?" Because obviously when we conceded that awful fucking second goal, I just kind of just walked out of the room. I'm like, I need to fucking get some fresh air for a minute or two, because I was just so angry because like. That second goal was just, like we said, a fuck up on all. Like, Bruno Fernandes obviously loses it on the right wing, and then it just
gets out pace.
Yeah, Mata gets out pace, and then obviously the ball breaks to the left hand side. Luke Shaw's fucking halfway up to the end of the pitch. It's just
again, I mean, Maguire was involved in that as well. He's marking Demba Ba. Demba Ba lets it go through his legs.
Oh, lets it run on, doesn't it?
Yeah, even on the replay, Maguire is looking at the ball. He's not looking at the man. He knows where the man is because he's got his arm around him to an extent. He's looking at the ball. He's seeing it. He's about a yard off of him. He's seeing it go through his legs, and it goes through Maguire's legs. And you've got two men over on the back post waiting to just fucking smash it first time. And where is Luke Shaw? Where the hell is Luke Shaw on that left-hand side? You got two men. And there's no one there.
The thing with Luke Shaw, because he got an assist tonight, everyone will probably be people will probably be there. People will probably be praising him because he's got an assist. People will be saying, "Oh, look what happens! He's better than telly." For me, fair enough. You put right. You made up for the fuck up for the goal, but I just think it was just shite. And like I said to you in pre-show, it says something when 91st minute you're losing 2-1 away and Luke Shaw's taking your fucking corners. That was, to me, was almost as bad as the fucking Phil Jones taking corners. It literally it made no sense at all. I'm just fucking. I'm sorry. I'm just really, really fed up. I said it. It's just.
Mate, let it out, right? Let it out. You're not playing for the camera or views or anything, mate. Fucking let it out.
I'm not, but it's just obviously. It's just fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating when shit like this happens because it's literally. If you think of all his career at United, it is literally, apart from the 2 good runs he's done, because he has done 2 good runs where we've almost been like, oh fuck me, we feel a bit invincible now. It's literally been stop, and it's just fucking ridiculous. And I'm almost starting to feel a little bit worried for him because I don't see him surviving the season, and it's sad. I shouldn't. No, we should never ever be even thinking this about a United legend. You know, even if this was Scholes or fucking Giggs or fucking Gary Neville, I'd be saying the exact same thing. I am getting a little bit worried for him because our fan base are only so we're loyal to a point, but only so far. There were fans already calling for his head when he did well. What are they going to be like now? And it's just, the thing that pissed me off tonight is, even at 2-1 down, can you think of a chance besides that deflected thing?
No.
I can't think of a single one. In the past, you could go, we just didn't get by. We got beat, but at least we had a fucking goal.
I'll do you one better, mate. I'll do you one better. Apart from the dive for Martial's goal by the goalie, when did the goalkeeper make save?
I can't remember. I don't think he even did it in the first half.
No,
and that's the point. That's the point I'm going to make. I don't mind us. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't mind us losing, but there's a way to lose, and if you lose the right way, I'll kick off. I'll moan about it, but in the end, I'll think at least we had a fucking goal. We didn't have a goal tonight. I can't even go fucking long ball. We didn't even go long ball. We were getting it to like the fucking 30-yard line. Have a shot. Play the ball in. It was just tap, 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 tap. Just fucking do something with it. Rather than keeping hold of the ball. In case you haven't noticed, lads, we're losing.
I thought, do you know what? I feel very sorry. Excuse me. I feel very sorry for Cavani, right? Because I totally agree with what Martin Keown said. You've got a guy here who thrives on crosses, balls into the box. He was on for half an hour, right? Not one ball into that box met him or even give him a half chance, even a sniff at goal. And I think he's wasted. I really do. I don't think it's the fact that he's not good enough or because of his age or anything like that. I just think United's style of play does not suit him at all because we got no one in that team that can cross a fucking ball or beat a man down our right or left flank. Right, Wan-Bissaka doesn't want to do it. Luke Shaw only gets to the byline if he's got an open space to run into. 9 times out of 10, he's trying to 1-2 to beat the man instead of just taking him on one by one. I think Cavani is an absolute waste of money, a waste of business. And like I said, not because he's not any good, but just the fact that we do not play to his strengths. And I think that's what this United team was all about, mate. We've got too many so-called great individual players, and we don't play to their strengths. We don't even play a system to suit their strengths. So, for me, dear, I hate to say it, but I think it's back to basics. I really do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those players, there was a comment from United Alex earlier, and he said the players that we think are good or supposedly world-class players are not good enough. They're not good enough, mate. They're there for the paycheck. And I've been saying this for many, many seasons. They're there for the paycheck, mate. And certain individuals, I think, probably have too big an influence on the youngsters, and it's affecting them. It's affecting the way they play.
Well, do you remember? Obviously, when the season finished, we obviously got third, and before we started playing the Europa League, we were all saying first team is absolutely fine. It's the options coming off the bench that we need to improve on that. I don't feel like that anymore. That first team is fucking. It's just I can't keep saying it enough, but you know what? I mean, I understand teams are not going to be dominant forever. United will get to a point, hopefully, in one day where we do start winning trophies again and titles again. Not under this ownership, I can't see it, but there'll come a point where we obviously do. Like Liverpool had it in the 80s. We had a little bit of something with Tottenham. With Chelsea, they had their 2 years of dominance. But I was born in the 90s. I can only remember United winning trophies every season, getting something. If we finished the season without a trophy, it felt like a failure. I mean, and maybe the fact that I'm I almost feel a bit entitled, or almost a bit spoiled that I expect us to get a trophy. But that side of me is now gone. That side of me is now almost dead because I'm now getting into the point where I'm thinking, well, if we get to the top four, it's good. And that's probably the trap that we all fell into last season. I was the one saying, I was one of the people saying it as well. I'd rather just fucking bin the Europa League off, or I'm not asked about the FA Cup. And this is almost my problem now, and it's almost something that's been built into our brain where we think as long as we get Champions League, it's okay. And this is probably what fans mean when they say we've let the standards drop, we've let mediocrity creep in. I'm not under no illusions that some of those first team players aren't good enough, and they probably might never be. But you're not telling me the likes of fucking Martial, Rashford, fucking Van de Beek, Fernandes, these players aren't good enough to beat fucking that were put out in front of them tonight. There's an age-old saying, is it? You can only beat what's in front of you. If we beat these 6-0, everyone would have been going, oh, well, you've only beat fucking Istanbul. But when they beat us, it's then all of a sudden, oh, you should have beat them. Do you know what I mean? You can only beat what's in front of you. And I think tonight, I don't know who's more at fault, Ollie, or whether it's the players. But like I said, I shared something on Twitter earlier on that said, never mind playing for the fucking Ollie. Half of these don't look like they want to play for themselves.
Yeah, they don't. I totally agree, mate. They don't look interested. I think after the transfer window, and it was such a bad transfer window in the aspect of the personnel that we got, because Van der Beek should never have come. He was Madrid nailed on. This young lad from Atlanta is not coming until January. So that's another nail for Ollie. Cavani coming in late with COVID-19 and isolating before he even gets into training and stuff. That put him 2 weeks behind. Tellez coming in, looked great for 75 minutes in his first game, and now he's got COVID and out. And Kylie said there, wait until Tellez comes in and starts crossing the balls for Cavani. Yeah.
Hurry up.
Tellez might come in to the first team, but I'll tell you now, Cavani won't. Cavani won't get in that first team. Not if Martial and Rashford's fit.
And that's the thing. Tellers will then get stuck in a habit of not crossing.
Exactly.
Because Martial, as much as I like him, he's not exactly fair enough for scoring Ned tonight, but he's not the most dominant fucking person in there, is he? So you get into a habit of fucking playing it along the deck. Then all of a sudden, you swap that out and you put Cavani in. It's almost like you go, oh shit, my instinct is to put it in, but because I've been doing this for so long, it's square pegs for round holes. Everything feels like that.
Carmu, the boss, says Luke is shit. He's all about Luke Shaw. Chris says passing is basic and fundamental skill for a footballer. We got players like McTominay playing who can't pass wind. I want to say something here that's probably going to be a bit controversial to the comments and that, but I think hands down it was plain to see we missed Fred tonight. I think his energy, his speed, his doggedness just to get in the face of them and to break up a counter attack. I thought we absolutely missed him. I really did. With him and Scott in there, I think playing the one CDM tonight is a prime example of why Ollie won't play one CDM. He needs two in there. I don't know what you boys think, Diedrich.
I'm sorry, I think this car mood blocks. I think he's having a bit of a mental breakdown. Just reading the live comments.
He's one of Dia's mates.
Oh, he said, glory, glory, Liverpool, glory, glory, Liverpool. They put 6-1, then it's put 7-2, no. Must be a Mauritius thing. Sorry, what was the question? You completely lost me. I was reading that thinking, what the fuck?
Do you think that we missed Fred tonight in place of Matic?
No.
No, you don't think so?
I think either of them. Okay, now I think if it's the same Fred that I saw against Arsenal, then no, because it was arguably just as bad. But Fred just kept fucking misplacing passes, and that's the thing with tonight. The one thing that instantly popped up, like I said, passing was crisp, tidy, up until the final third, and it was same again. Even if Fred's playing, the passing is going to be crisp or whatever, but it's in the final third where shit keeps breaking down. And it's like I said, maybe through bad choices, maybe through people not wanting to have a go. But like, even there was one point where Martial gets the ball on the left wing, and he's in the box almost, and he fucking turns out of the box. I think I noticed that in the first half. He turns out of the box and then fucking almost goes to run out of the box and then play it back to Luke Shaw. And I was thinking, the fuck are you doing? You should be driving into the box, not running out of it with the ball.
Yeah, prime example. Not got the mentality for a number 9. I honestly believe that he's so much better on the left here for me. So much more threatening on the left hand side.
Because he's not. He has the ability of clinical, but he don't have the mentality to go in front and score a goal like striker role. She's better on the left wing. Yes, we gave him a chance and we saw Lukaku, but I don't see him. He's a modern striker, but he doesn't have that ability to score goal like a typical striker. So I don't see him really, because in the Premier League as well, he's not. I will be honest, he's been inconsistent. Like when he was dribbling, like 2 players, 3 players, it was. I think this connection you make, it doesn't work at Manchester United here, because Man United, like, you attack, you have to go aggressive, you have to. This is the Manchester United typical way. And I think you saw that Istanbul play today when I saw Rafael play. It was brilliant, mate. At this age, brilliant. We did not have. I think these players, we lack characters in this club, and I think it is personally for me. The accumulated years under Moyes, under Mourinho, everything is toxic, and every player is affected by this. Like you said also about Marcus Rashford, about the social media stuff. Yes, he's doing a good job. I understand, and I don't think this is affecting his football. No way. It's just the media. It's just with Twitter. Everything showing, and everything is affecting Manchester United right now. I can't blame Ole. He's a legend of Man United, but he should stay a legend. He should have never been in this job right now. He should never have been in this situation. It's frustrating.
Do you know?
Game review says when you can't beat whoever they were, you know you're in trouble. And
he's got a point. I thought we were playing fucking Besiktas. Clearly that one. But not to obviously make this all about Martial, like, because he was not the only player that was awful tonight. Literally, I don't think any player on that pitch comes out of it with more than a 4, and that's probably me being generous. But like, what I did notice with Martial, I just don't think he has the instinct. Like I said, I agree with you. The Fernandez free kick where the keeper palms it out. I literally said to myself straight away, why has no one followed that in? That's one thing you get taught. If somebody's having a strike, or if you're a striker, or if you know someone's going to have a shot, anticipate the shot coming in and follow the ball in just in case there's a rebound. More often than not, there won't be.
Yeah.
But you'll get 5 or 6, up to 5 goals a season just doing shit like that, picking up little scruffy goals. And then obviously when McTominay flicks it on in the last minute, he doesn't anticipate that coming in. He just almost goes like he has like a fucking thing to go, oh, at least I tried for it. He just doesn't have the killer instinct of a striker. He scores. I think it was the thing that was thrown on Rashford, wasn't it? He's a scorer of great goals, but he's not a great scorer. He doesn't. I can't think of many scrappy, fucking 5-yard out goals that Martial gets. They're all, mint goals. They're not Chicharito. They're not fucking Owen like fucking finishes where it's just fucking nitty gritty.
Poaching finishes.
Yeah.
Instinct, yeah. But Dedrick, don't you think any striker coming to Manchester United will suffer with a system we play? Like, look, Cavani, he's prolific, but the system, we don't provide anything to our striker. We don't feed them. It's just appointing me.
That too. And you're not, like I said, you're not telling me fucking when you got Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and fucking Van der Beek, you're not expected to create chances, but somehow we're not. Like we said, apart from the goal and the fucking deflection. Oh, sorry, and I tell a lie, the fucking free kick. Can anyone think of a chance?
No way.
No, I can't.
I can't.
I thought Van der Beek did quite well tonight. Actually, I thought he was nice and tidy, playing in I would say, a defensive centre role. He wasn't playing in an attacking role, but I think playing in that defensive centre role, he was tidy. He was, just okay. He tidied up. He kept his passing simple. Did a couple of flicks off the side of his foot to get it round the corner. I thought he was probably one of the better players tonight until he come off. I don't understand the substitution, why he brought him off. Kylie says, did you know that United are the only Premier League team not to have a shot in the 6-yard box this season?
I can believe it.
Yeah. The owners have really tightened the purse strings.
It's not just that, George. I agree with him on that one, but like at another point, I was going to say, can anyone remember the last corner we scored from?
No. And this
is what Chelsea away last season, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. Did Maguire not get an header against fucking Newcastle?
He scored the other way, didn't he?
Was that a corner?
A header. I'm not too sure if it's a corner, but he did score a header. But yeah, it's. I think United are in. I think the situation. Water. Yeah, I think the situation at the minute. We saw how tight they were, like Carly said, with the purse strings in the summer. I knew they would be because of the situation. I knew certain people wouldn't come because it didn't make sense financially. I think January is going to be. I don't think we will.
I'm still 90%.
I don't think there's going to be anyone signing in January. I think if
90% with Haaland.
I think if anyone signs in January, mate, I hate to say it, I think he'll be a new manager.
Exactly.
To be fair, that'll probably be, if they are going to sack away, that'll probably be when they'll probably be February after the transfer window's closed, so they don't need to spend money on what the fucking new manager wants.
There you go. It was a corner, Diedrich, against Newcastle. Matter corner for Maguire goal. Nard Motsal, I hope I said that right. He said we should have bought Jota. Our dressing room is toxic. I hope no one gets contract extension. Clubs need to rebuild dressing room and Fred McTominay type players down to earth and modesty. Yeah. Again, good point. Dressing room could always be a problem with some of them players' egos in there. Movie and game review says some of the players are clearly not good enough and should have been kicked out ages ago. Andreas Pereira is one of them.
Is it Lazio?
Yeah, but I think in terms of selling them, mate, this is a problem as well. Do you know why is no one wanting to buy our players?
Because they're on stupid wages.
I know, mate. But right, when you got a player, let's say Mata, use him as an example, right? Early 30s, all right, he's on a high wage, right? He's not playing regularly. Why the hell is no one like Wolves or fucking Brighton or anyone like that even just inquiring about him just because he'll play week in, week out? Yeah, exactly, right? So these players, they're not going to get fucking moved on. They're just going to stay there till the end of the contract.
I think if Mata goes anyway, it'll be back to Spain, and it'll probably be back to, I can't remember who the fuck he used to play with Valencia. They probably won't even get back in their team, and that's the problem. They're either on stupid fucking wages or they're on stupid long contracts on stupid wages. So they think, well, I can go down the road and play for fucking the lesser clubs, maybe drop down a division, but I'm gonna be taking a 90% pay cut, and I'm cutting, and I'm also, if I stay here now, I've got fucking 4 years being paid 90 grand, for example. Or I can go and fucking play down the road in Championship for 10 grand a week and only get a 2-year contract. That's probably the thing about it.
Aren't these players wanting to play football week in, week out?
Would you?
This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. It's all about the money, man. It is all about the money.
I've said it before. I like everyone was slagging Gareth Bale off in the summer, but he weren't getting selected. If I were on the money Gareth Bale would, you think I'd have fucking joined Tottenham? I'd still be sat there now. I'd be sat there with kind of fucking Stella. That's like
all these players, though, boys. These players, they all want to play week in, week out and win trophies, don't they? See, But when it comes to shipping them out because they're not good enough, oh no, I like my 120 grand a week here, just sitting and training 5 days a week. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Chris says we can't sell players when Woodward asked for ridiculous fees like with Romero. I totally forgot about Romero. Arguably, our second most, let's say, prized asset on social media, Jesse Lingard, at a decent age as well. We can't even get rid of him. Can't even get rid of him.
I even fucking think he
ridiculous.
couldn't get him removed. What's he called? His agent, that Italian twat. What's he called?
Raiola.
Yes, that's the one there. Fat bitch. Even he couldn't get him removed.
Mark Back, I totally agree with this. Mark Backin says mercenaries happy to sit there on their asses and collect their money. I totally agree with it. This is why I kept on saying, and people, I did get quite a bit of slack for it, but I kept on saying United are not a big club anymore. The only way they're a big club and can get these so-called world-class players is because of wages. Yeah, it's the wages. All we've got now going forward, right, is our history. Not our history necessarily of the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, but the history of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early noughts. That is what Manchester United are basing themselves on as a big club. And the fact is that they promote themselves that they can pay the highest wages in the world and do it. But that is not enough for the footballing side. We need players of quality that are willing to play. Yeah, exactly, dear. That can deliver for the club, for the badge, and work week in, week out.
But it's almost where we've almost become the Liverpool of the 90s, of the noughties, because we're now seeing the better players going to the likes of your Cities, going to the likes of your Chelsea's still, going to the likes of your Liverpools, whereas before we were getting the lion's share. And obviously, like I find it no coincidence that since all the money's coming to the Premier League, we don't tend to buy from the Premier League anymore. If not, we used to all the time. We used to obviously hoover up talent, and so did every other team. But nowadays, all the other clubs are on that much money. It's kind of like the Maguire deal. You know, fucking hell. As much as it's not his fault, Maguire. I mean, if this was, back in the early 2000s, it'd probably cost about 20 million. It wouldn't. I mean, how much money would Rio Ferdinand have cost now?
Yeah.
Considering it was a world record fee at the time for a defender, 33 million, I think it were.
Yeah.
How much would it cost now?
Like 100 million plus.
But everyone's got money, so they're like, shove your fucking 30 million, 40 million your ass, mate.
I read an article today that Jude Bellingham was never convinced to join Manchester United. I know it was in the papers and all over Twitter that he was shown around Carrington and all that.
Yeah. There's pictures of him.
He never ever wanted to come to United. He had his heart on Dortmund all the time, apparently, and that's from his own mouth.
He's gonna say that, isn't he? Though he's not going to be like, oh well, I was this close to going United, but I thought,
But again, if you got kids at that age, knowing what United's history is about, bringing through youth players and stuff like that, the academy players, and he chose to go abroad. There's something strange. Something strange is going on. Movie and game review says Bai shouldn't be there anymore. He's never fit. Do you know? I'm beginning to lean that way. I am, as much as I love him as a defender, and I think he takes no nonsense. And if you ain't going to play, mate, out the door.
This is the thing as well. This is what I literally thought of it the other day. I thought to myself, you can take City's team, right? And then you can look at Liverpool's, you can look at Chelsea's, you can look at more and Tottenham's almost to an extent. And you could think, right, I'd pull out this player to make it a bit stronger, but that's about it. We United, you can literally fucking go, right, he needs to go, 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 he needs to go. And that's before you've even gone into the fucking first team. This is all sub. You can't do that at Chelsea City. You can't go, right, well, he should go, he's not good enough. He should go, he's not good enough. You can't do it at Liverpool. You can't do it at Tottenham. And you can't do it at Chelsea almost. Fair enough that they're still a bit fucking shit, right? But You know, you could probably do it in Arsenal. You could probably say he needs to go, he needs to go. But United, you go to yourself, Rojo needs to go, Bailly needs to go, Phil Jones needs to go. And then you go into the fucking midfield, like you said, the likes of Pereira needs to go, Lingard needs to go. Fucking, do you know what I mean? There's literally 5 or 6, 7, 8 players that need to be shipped out. But the thing is, even if they did get shipped out, they wouldn't be fucking replaced anyway.
Looking, I suppose we got to discuss. I mean, it's going to be no doubt. Ollie out is trending already. Let's look ahead to the Everton game.
I will just add this. It's been a shit week for United all round. We've obviously had the news and other styles, then the news about fucking I forgot his freaking name. How bad's that?
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton. Oh, fucking hell. That sums up everything. The news about Bobby Charlton, then getting Peter Forstnell, then this. It's just fucking.
I don't see. I mean, I know people love. They like what they see from tellers. I don't see how one man is going to change this situation.
Left back.
Yeah, one. I mean, I said it about Sancho. One man, one kid is not going to change the tactics. It's not going to change. It's not going to bring in any confidence. It's not going to make players want to play better or anything like that. It's almost now where I think I'm at a point with this team, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, how can you have a so-called world-class midfielder who's a World Cup winner, £90 million on the bench, and is literally doing cameo roles?
Well, the thing that frustrates me is the fact that, like I said, why can't we play 4-4-3-3, but play it with one holding midfielder, 2 centre midfielders, a right winger, left winger, and a striker? The fucking formation that got all of the job in the fucking first place. Since he's got the job, he hasn't played it once.
No.
Like I said, we had Matic, Pogba, and Herrera. It will go going well. Then all of a sudden, he wants to play diamonds. I can understand playing 5 at the back, where you're going to be playing stupidly defensive, like against likes of your PSGs away and your Man Cities and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't always play the same formation. Gary Neville even said it. He said Sir Alex Ferguson understood that at Liverpool we couldn't play our normal game. We had to adapt our game. Same for an Arsenal hybrid. We can't play the same way we would at Old Trafford. So I don't mind us swapping and changing the formation every now and then. But like, it's 2 years into his tenure. We still don't know his best formation. We still don't know his first 11. Just like fucking Van Gaal and Mourinho. 3 years into Van Gaal, we still didn't know what his favourite formation was. The exact same with fucking Mourinho.
I think, dear, now, right? I think Ollie, in a way, he's got to put his foot down now. Some of these players have been at the club for too long. They're almost becoming statues at the club now. And I do think he needs to find a team pretty quickly and stay with it for as long as he can. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way he gets out of it. But for me, I think it's too late.
I think his days is already. Yeah. I think his days is already running out.
Have you seen movie and game reviews? Comment. He needs to wash his mouth out with soap.
Right. Well, let's look ahead to Everton then. I'm going to predict that we're going to go into this game terrified. We're going to play a cautious formation. I think it's going to be the 5 at the back because he's not going to want to lose. Okay, Martial's back, but on the back of that performance tonight, is that a plus? Yeah, is that a plus?
Kidding.
Yeah, I mean, Dia, what do you expect for Everton formation-wise, and what do you think the game plan is going to be?
We will be on the, we've already lost to Arsenal, and now the attitude will be to go attack, but the problem is we don't know how to attack. This is the situation now. But I will reckon we will go defensive, like 5-3-2 with, I don't know if Dallas will be playing, probably he will be playing, and we will go with the 3 defender and wing back, and with 2 striker in front. But for me, to be honest, we will struggle to this game. I think Everton will punish us on this game. Honestly, we will get beaten. I'm predicting this maybe 2-0 or even 3-1, something like that will happen. I can see it. Even every effort we will put, it won't work because I see this clearly from these two performances against Arsenal, against Chelsea. It is growing. This is my personal opinion.
I'll
So
tell you
I
what,
think it will.
right? I agree with the majority you said there. I think there's one man that's going to make a difference in this
Tell
game.
us.
That's well, no, mate. For Everton, if he's fit enough, I think it's going to be James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I think he's going to tear United apart. I really
He's
do.
got like a
Will.
fucking testicle injury or something.
Yeah. But I was reading Ancelotti said the other day there's a good chance he can be fit for Saturday. And I
How can you
think
be unfit when you've got a sore bollock?
players get a week off for anything these days.
Oh,
I think Calvert-Lewin
get out!
up against Calvert-Lewin up against Maguire. It's going to sound stupid, but I think Maguire's in for a tough game. I really do. I think Calvert-Lewin, he's really shining under Ancelotti. And like I say,
Really
James
good.
Rodriguez,
Stop.
they got that midfielder in there, that Brazilian, no nonsense, Alan.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll worry. I'll worry for this game.
I'm
It's
worried.
coming up to Christmas as well, and we know Mourinho. The rumours started about Mourinho about now in his second season, and he was gone a few weeks after. So this is a tricky time for Ollie here. Diedrich, what do you think, Everton?
It's going to sound really open-ended and really obvious, but I think we're either going to fucking win or lose. I know it sounds really open-ended, and I can already hear some people laughing, but I think it's either going to go down one or two ways. Either we get absolutely battered, 2-3-0, or somehow we turn up because they're going to attack us and we can counter-attack them. I think either way, there's going to be. I think we either beat them 3-0 or they beat us 3-0.
I've got to admit, mate, I don't see us winning. I don't see where. I mean, this is going to sound stupid as well. Rashford, Martial, Cavani, and Mason. I don't see where the goals come from. Let alone where the creativity is going to come from. Alan, from what I've seen of him this season, he's an absolute workhorse.
He's a vicious little bastard, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an absolute workhorse.
And how much did he cost them? About fucking 8 million or something?
Peanuts, mate. Peanuts. Absolute peanuts. And I don't think Bruno will get the time on the ball. If Pogba starts, I don't think he'll get the time on the ball. And on that team tonight that's lost, I don't think any of them deserve their place Saturday. I really don't. I don't think any of them really, apart from Van der Beek for 65 minutes or 70 minutes, whatever it was. I don't think Pogba's forced his way in. I thought Bruno's passing was awful tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was very awful.
Yeah. Like Diedrich said, I don't think Martial did himself any justice. Mata, I certainly wouldn't play. I wouldn't play Matic. He's going to be too slow for a game like that.
Isn't that a way to get the game abandoned?
How? What are you going to do? Just turn up and say the whole team's got COVID?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
It wouldn't be nice.
Carly says we're usually terrible at Goodison, so I would say the former scenario. And Chris says, what are we doing in training to break down defensive team? Counter-attack won't work too often. I don't think counter-attack's going to work for this game. I really don't.
The Satan's going on a big board. Counter.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's it. Just stay in fucking line and then hit it quick. I know Everton have been on. I wouldn't even say it's a bad run. Actually, I think they've only lost 2 games, haven't they? The last 2.
Yeah,
but they've looked good. They've looked good.
They're solid. They're solid. Yeah, they're solid. Very good team.
Well, I mean, Ancelotti, mate, he knows what to do. He knows how to get results when he's under pressure.
Yeah. His master
Very
class.
experienced manager. Managed some great teams in the past.
Top one.
Camus says just turn up and say the whole team got COVID. I know, yeah. Movie Game Review says so Matt Busby was a former Liverpool player, just like Gerrard, so it might work with Gerrard. You never know. Possibly.
I think Gerrard would probably get us relegated. Just out of spite. I don't think he would be allowed in.
And
That's
Carly
like
says,
Paul Scholes going and managing it in going to Liverpool. It just wouldn't fit.
well, Carly says we're the underdogs this weekend. I totally agree with that. I think the way the last few games have panned out, I think United are in shit streak at the minute. I really do. Final question, boys. How long?
Oh, I'm bursting.
How long does this last then with Ollie? So Diedrich can go first. How long do you see it lasting?
February at a push.
February, yeah. Any particular
Don't
person
get
to
me wrong.
replace him?
I hope I'm wrong on that one. Because obviously I want all this to do well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm Ollie out before anyone accuses me of that either.
Mate,
If you're asking me,
we're not blind, right? We know what the board do.
yeah.
Okay.
If I had my pick of a manager, it'd probably be Erik ten Hag, like I said, from Ajax. It brings through youth, plays football the right way, and obviously has a good relationship with Ajax. It could lead to a few of their players coming over.
Right. Fair enough. Dia?
Or flip from Bayern.
Dia, how long do you see in February? Yeah.
I think it depends. It depends on the result outcome now, whether we are with Champions League, whether we'll in the Champions League now, whether we will advance. But to be honest, I see him like Dedrick said, February. I think January or December itself. I clearly see it happening.
Right.
I see it happening because it will be the same situation. I'm not only out, but it will be the same situation. You're gonna bring another manager. It will be the same toxic situation.
Fair enough. Carly reckons he'll be gone by the end of the season whenever he mathematically can't get Champions League football. Chris says, I'm not saying I don't want us to win games, but my satisfaction of winning a game is dwindling away as the season goes on and feel we are already out of the title race. I think we're out of the title race, mate. Yeah. I don't even think we're a contender for it, to be honest. Going by the transfer window, I'm going to say if this carries on, I reckon he's gone by beginning of December. Because there is a manager waiting in the wings that Ed Woodward loves that has got to a Champions League final with arguably, well, he had no resources that season and he got to a Champions League final against Liverpool. And that man is Pochettino. I'm not going to say it's right.
I thought you were going to say Klopp.
No. Yeah, I just think I watched him on Monday Night Football. He seems ready. He seems hungry. He knows the Manchester United job is going to be available because the average manager in the last 10 years has had 2 years. Excluding Moyes, who got 3/4 of the season.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I think if this goes on, I think if he doesn't win games comfortably, I think he will get the boot. I really do. And I feel absolutely sorry for him. I felt sorry for every other manager that United have had because dealing with this board, they're always doing it with their hands tied behind their back. Van Gaal, to some extent, I would say he got the majority of his players in, but after what he's been saying since he's been sacked about the list that he's given, because when you're a club like Manchester United, you should be going after the players like the Neymars and the Mbappes and stuff like that.
He wanted money.
Yep, and they refused to give it. And I think, I think if he loses,
there it is.
if he beats Istanbul at home, and then if he loses Saturday, and he'll possibly lose against PSG or Leipzig, whichever one it is after that the following week, I think there'll be serious repercussions for him. and they know, and they'll do it, mate, because they'll still have a chance of being in the Champions League, and the money
nobody
there.
and fans won't turn up and right outside the ground for sacking Ollie because there's a pandemic going on.
Exactly, mate, and the money will still be there if they qualify for the knockout phase. It just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense from a business point of view. It really does. They'll do it. He'll probably get about 10, 11 games in the Premier League, I think. Because how many have we played at the minute? Is it 5 or 6? So that's enough time. If they give Ollie 10 games in the Prem, they've still got another 28 games in the Prem to get up the top 4, which is plenty of time. They'll probably have 1 or 2 games left in the Champions League to qualify for the knockout stage. And yeah, money-wise, it will just make sense. It will just make sense. And now they won't have to pay Pochettino's buyout clause like that. And yeah, I think it's a shame that they do business like that. And I think when they wake up, when Ollie gets up tomorrow morning and sees the papers, I think you're going to see Pochettino all over it. Carly says this isn't how United work. It's how the Glazers work, mate. It's how the Glazers work. Van Gaal got 2 years. Mourinho had his second season.
3 seasons.
Yeah,
Mourinho got 3.
3. He got sacked. Yeah, he got sacked off in the third one, didn't he? Ollie now is in his second season. Plenty of time with this squad. And apart from the first 3 months when he joined United and them results, all them wins, it's been up and down. It's been up and down. No consistency in that team at all. And yeah, I just don't think he's getting the best out of the players now.
And especially when we are losing, I don't see him on the dugout like aggressivity. Like I saw the manager today of Istanbul. He was more leading. He was more leading his team. But I did not see this in Ole, to be honest.
See, Kylie says by the time Mourinho was sacked, top 4 was pretty much impossible. Yeah, but the thing is, George, the difference is here, right? United are sitting, 15th, 16th in the Prem at the minute? Yeah. There's still plenty of time now, right? If Ollie is so inconsistent with this team, or the team is so inconsistent, you get rid of him now. But Pochettino's got plenty of time to get him back up there.
Wasn't this the case at the beginning of last season, though? Wasn't we hovering above the relegation zone at the beginning? Because there was obviously ESPN fucking predicted us to be fucking relegated.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, the thing is, the only way it could change, possibly, is if they follow what Arsenal did when Arteta took over Arsenal, and they were floating with relegation, weren't they? But they stuck with him.
We just need a bit of momentum. We just need, balls going off someone's ass or something like that, and just get a few wins together. Before you know it, they will get winning again. But it's just stringing a few wins together that seems nigh on impossible at this fucking moment in time. But anyway, on a lighter note, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Carly says, yeah, but the board have proven they don't make the smart decision, which makes it even more sense, Carly. It's probably not the smartest decision, but it's not out.
Financially, it's not the smartest decision.
Chris says, Ollie has been used by Woodward again. I hope all fans, whether they are Ollie in or out, call out the board and Woodworm and not give them a free ride. Are any of you from UK or England? Carmu, I think the majority of us are, apart from Dia. Can't you tell?
I'm from Senegal.
I'm from India. Right, cheers for joining, boys. Thank everyone in the comment for joining in. Hope you enjoyed it. We're literally, I think we're 4 subs away from 100. Are we? I think we're on 96. So if you're new to the channel,
it's gonna fucking go down now. Now you mentioned that. You mentioned it.
So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy it. You can always get involved. Yeah, always get involved in the comments. If you DM one of us, you can always come on the shows and have a chat and stuff like that. Alfred Rayner says, to be honest, it's funny. Ollie is Man United coach. He's rubbish. Chris says, later, folks. Carmu says, peace out, boys. Right, cheers for
Ideally-
joining in, lads. Yeah, go
Dear,
on.
your dad best to subscribe to Real United Talk. We gave him the fucking shout out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Cheers, lads. Thanks, everyone, in the comments. And
Cheers.
speak to you all soon.